What's up, guys? It's MKW and Phenom here with a brand new video. This video is gonna be about the 2012 college prospects heading into the 2013 NFL draft. Basically, I'm just gonna read to you guys a brand new list of ESPN ScoutSync top 32 prospects to look out for. Um, I love the draft with the exception of the Super Bowl. It's, probably my most favorite event of the year, and I'm gonna share with you guys the top 32 guys right now. As of right now, at the beginning of the season, things can change halfway at the end of the season when the combine comes through. But as of right now, these are some of the guys. You guys out there in the TDC, all over YouTube, might want to keep an eye on. If you see your team, has a big need, you can look for these guys. Check out some tape on them or whatever. But yeah, this list, by the way, ESPN Scouts in top 32. It always has some sort of like for example, sometimes I think they're off a little bit. I think they place guys that they shouldn't place, and they get a lot of discrimination, I guess. But it is ESPN. It's all their scouts together putting up, including Mel Kiper, all these guys, putting this list of what they think is. And although I agree and disagree with some of the things, I'm just here to show you the list, and let's get right to it. Alright. So the number one overall player they have rated coming into this year for the draft next year is quarterback Matt Barkley out of USC. This is a guy that probably might have been a Dolphin had he come out last year, but whatever. That's in the past. I'm glad I have Ryan Tannehill now. But yeah, Matt Barkley, quarterback out of USC, 6'1", good arm, but the guy's really just a finesse type quarterback, and that's who they think is number one right now. So let's see what happens. Number two is a guy I have not heard of at all. An offensive guard, Chance Womack, out of Alabama. He graded at a 94, so he must be a pretty goddamn good guard. So, I don't know who the guy is, but that's what I think number two is. Number three, this is a guy that I think is going to be transcendent when he comes out. I think he's going to be better than Eric Berry. Well, not better than Berry, because Berry and him play different, defensive back positions. But this is a guy out of North Carolina State. He won the best defensive player award last year, or defensive back, I don't know. But anyways, David Amerson. This guy is 6'3". All right, about 200 pounds. He's lengthy as hell. He basically looks like Brandon Marshall as a cornerback. The guy makes plays. He had 13 picks last year. He's definitely gonna be a top 5 pick. And you know what? This is a guy that is gonna be extremely highly rated coming out of the season. He's gonna for sure declare. He's a junior, but he's gonna declare for sure. They always do. And he's a really good player. Keep your eyes on him. For are you guys out there that need defensive back help? Maybe if your team sucks bad enough, this might be a guy that you guys could get your hands off on. All right, fourth overall, Barkevious Mingo, a defensive end out of LSU. This guy's a freak of nature. He had 15 tackles for loss with 13 sacks last year. He was everywhere. He's long, he's thin, he's quick. If he fills his frame out, he could be easily a top 3 pick. This guy's gonna be impressive in the combine, and if he declares, and he's somebody to watch. Number 5, Jonathan Jenkins, defensive tackle out of Georgia. Yeah, I don't know much about him, but he graded at 94, so he must be pretty good. Star Lotulelei, this guy is somebody, the number 6 ranked player. He's somebody that has been compared to Ndama Kong Su. This guy's a big, powerful player. Todd McShay put him number 1 on the draft, on his mock draft, his first mock draft for next year. And I believe it. If he has a strong year, he could be number 1. So, that's definitely something to keep an eye out on. Number 7 is a wide receiver for all us Dolphin fans. This might be the guy we pick. I'm not saying we're gonna be in the top 10, but if we are, this is the guy we might pick. Out of the University of Tennessee, Justin Hunter, not Robert Woods, not Keenan Allen, Justin Hunter. This guy is 6'3". He's a playmaker. He had over 1,300 yards as a true freshman at Tennessee. Last year he was on his way to beating that record, but he tore his ACL unfortunately in the 4th game of the season. This year he's coming back, and if he puts up another strong season, you could definitely put him in that top 10, top 5 category. Number 8, I would have to say, it says here, is Sylvester Williams, a defensive tackle out of North Carolina. Don't know much about him, so sorry guys, but he is a defensive tackle. Sylvester Williams, North Carolina. Do some research on him. Don't know much about him. He's number 8. Number 9 is a guy that didn't declare last year, but will declare this year. Manti Te'o, linebacker out of Notre Dame. Strong instincts, pretty good. Not as good as Luke Keeley coming out last year, but definitely could be a top 10 pick. Number 10, a great offensive guard out of North Carolina, Jonathan Cooper. His game is going to transcend to the NFL perfectly. He plays the offensive guard position better than anyone in the nation and better than anyone I've ever seen in college ball, period. This is the type of guard that if we ever lived on Mars or if we ever lived anywhere else, if you had to pick a guard in the top 10 and your gun was and there was a gun to your head and you had to pick one, Jonathan Cooper would for sure be the guy. Number 11, quarterback out of Virginia Tech. Guys, if you've ever wanted to see what Cam Newton looks like in a Virginia Tech uniform, it's Logan Thomas. This is his exact goddamn twin. This kid is 6'5", 6'6", about 215, 220 pounds, athletic as hell. Needs to work on some things. If he works on some things and perfects them, you can see the number 1 overall pick right now, Logan Thomas out of Virginia Tech. This guy could defeat Matt Barkley in that race. He's just more of an impressive specimen than Matt Barkley is, and if he throws, he doesn't even have to throw better than Matt Barkley. His physique already puts him above Barkley. If he could just perfect and tweak some things and just be on average a pretty good passer with room to, build on and have higher potential and a higher ceiling, he will be the number 1 overall pick. He's gonna come out and he's gonna create. If he comes out and he has a good year, he's gonna create that RG3 type hype or Cam Newton type hype or heck even the Jamarcus Russell type hype that led him to the number 1 overall pick like Cam Newton. Number 12, defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins out of Ohio State. A good defensive tackle. He'll probably be more of a 4-3 guy than a nose. Pretty good guy, pretty good player. Not just know that he's not that big. Plays for the Buckeyes, so Urban Meyer already has a guy in there that's gonna probably be a top 15 pick. But that's him. Number 13, this is a guy that I think if Reggie Bush, leaves, or I would love to have him. This is a running back that I think is going to be one of the greatest running backs to ever come out of college. Even though he's not portrayed that way, he will be in the future when he's in the NFL. Running back, he tore his ACL last year, but he set the world on fire his freshman year, and if he can do it again, he'll be a top 15 pick out of South Carolina, Marcus Lattimore. This guy's going to be pretty goddamn good, let me tell you. Number 14, another LSU defensive end, the partner in crime of Barkevious Mingo, Sam Montgomery. This guy had 10 sacks, I believe, or 9 or 10, with like a bunch of quarterback carries last year. Another big specimen. He's a little bit more all around better. He's a more all around player than Barkevious Mingo. Although Barkevious Mingo's upside is through the roof, out of this world. This guy's upside is pretty good as well. He'll probably be like think of Jason Pierre-Paul coming out, sort of kind of like that, but with more seasoned games and much more polished. Number 15, this guy would have been a top 20 pick this year had he come out. Out of the University of Georgia, Jarvis Jones, a lethal 3-4, outside pass rusher. This guy's good. He's quick. He's strong, and he'll make a lot of offensive linemen pay for their mistakes, and he will get to the quarterback a lot. Number 16, a defensive end out of Auburn, pretty good pass rusher, Corey Lemonier, whatever. He's a pretty good pass rusher. He's more of a speed guy. So, number 17. Out of North Carolina, offensive tackle Brennan Williams. Don't know much about him, but you guys could do some research on him. Brennan Williams, offensive tackle out of North Carolina, coming in at 17. Number 18, out of the University of California, Dolphin fans. There's another receiver for us. Maybe, I don't know. Keenan Allen out of California. This guy is a big-time playmaker. Even though he's had problems at quarterback, he makes plays. He's a big yard after the catch guy, so keep an eye out for him. Number 19. Safety out of Texas, Kenny Vaccaro, a really good player. Makes a lot of plays, hits really hard, and he could be a top 25 pick next year. But don't be surprised if he falls to the second round with the safety depth at this year's draft. At 20, inside linebacker Alec Ogletree out of Georgia. Don't know much about him. Wide receiver Marquez Wilson out of Washington State. This is a guy that's really so I had some buzz for a couple of years. I don't know if he'll go in the first round. He'll probably go in the first round if he has a strong year, but he looks more to me like an early second round pick. This guy's he'll be great for the West Coast offense. He'll be great for a lot of things, but he's definitely somebody that could work on his route running a little bit more. But he's got the hands, the speed, and the size. Number 22, a cornerback out of Washington State, the brother of Marcus Trufant. This is Desmond Trufant. Been scouting him for a couple of years. Plays a lot like his brother, a little bit faster, a little bit more explosive than his brother, so he's pretty good. Number 23, safety out of Georgia. This guy's a pretty cool name, Sean Williams. He's got the Hall of Fame type name. out of Georgia, safety. Pretty good. Plays really fast. I don't think he'll be a first round pick. Maybe he will be, has a good year. I definitely see him sliding up to the second round pick. But we'll see. But he's really good. If he has a good year, he could even ascend to the top 15. So we'll see. Number 24, quarterback out of Oklahoma, Landry Jones. Well, I think we all saw what Landry Jones did last year. He's a puzzle. I don't know how he'll do this year, but let's see. Number 25, out of an outside linebacker out of Florida State, Brandon Jenkins. He's the partner in crime of Bijan Warner. Again, good pass rusher, decent pass rusher. Don't know if he'll go in the first. With a good year, he could go in the first, but he could definitely go in early second for sure. But with a good, strong year, he'll go in the first. Quick feet, good movement. He does a lot of, a lot of swing stuff. He's really crafty with his stuff, so we'll see. He's pretty good though. Number 26, the cousin. I think this is the cousin of Vernon Golston. William Golston out of Michigan State, a defensive end. Didn't have as good a college career as his cousin did, but hopefully he'll have a better pro career. Number 27, defensive tackle out of LSU. Wow, that LSU defensive line is definitely gonna go in the first round. Defensive tackle Benny Logan, pretty good player. Creates a lot of havoc in that up for forefront. He creates a lot of penetration, so it's a guy to watch out for. Number 28, offensive tackle Dallas Thomas out of Tennessee. Number 29, Kawan Short, defensive tackle out of Purdue. Number 30, a really good cornerback out of Mississippi State, Jonathan Banks. This kid might be the first cornerback taken off the board in my opinion. Number 31, an offensive tackle out of Texas A&M, Luke Joeckel. This guy is really good, a solid protector. He's a book and tackle along with the great Jake Matthews, the son of the great Bruce Matthews, and we'll see what happens. And lastly, this is a guy that I don't know why he got a grade of an 88. I think he's like a 92, 93. I think he's the best front runner in all of college football. I think he has the best hands in all of college football. And I think he has the best game of any receiver in all of college football. Robert Woods out of USC. I don't understand why he's 32. I think he should have been at least top 10. He'll play better than what they rated him here, and he'll probably be one of the first 2 or 3. He's gonna be a top 10 pick, and he's gonna probably be one of the first 2 receivers taken. His game is a cross in my eyes between Jeremy Maclin and a Deshaun Jackson. So that's something that I would love to have right here. That's my pick for the guy that I want. If you guys want on the TTC, all my subscribers, comment, down below, comment, and put the guy, write about the guy you would want your team to pick, or the needs you think your team has, and who you would like to pick to address those needs. For me, I'd probably love to go with Robert Woods or Justin Hunter. But yeah, that was the newly released Scouting Top 32. I'll probably update it when it does get updated, and I'm gonna be doing this year. Hopefully, this is gonna be like after the season. Probably I'm gonna do some mock drafts every month. I did it last year just with my team, the Dolphins, but this year I'm gonna try to involve everybody's teams. But just look out for that. But that's gonna be a long one from now. But I'll definitely update the Scouting prospect list when it gets updated, and here and there I'll do some videos on some of the college prospects and stuff like that, to keep you guys up to date. So come draft season, you're not completely lost, and you don't have to tune in just to the combine. You have some knowledge going into the combine and stuff like that. So alright guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.